Shay Sullivan, aka the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life, has just dropped her wedding makeup tutorial. And we're gonna copy it and see if we can look even remotely as gorgeous as she did, or if it's literally just her face card. As you can probably tell, I've already tried to recreate the hair. We are calling it the B-Tech version. Okay, so she starts off with her Anastasia brow wiz. I don't have that, but I am gonna use my Benefit Precisely My Brow. Then she adds on her lip stain. She lets this sit for a few minutes while she does the rest of her makeup. Then she goes back to the brows and she sets them in place. I'm again using the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. Now for her eyes, she said she essentially just wanted a really smoky liner. I'm gonna take this really small brush and just keep buffing that out. She uses a couple of eyeshadow palettes again just to blend this all out. One of them being the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette. So I think she just says she uses a couple of the lighter shades to blend this out, and then she uses a creamy shadow on the inner corner. Time to peel this lip liner off. Not sure if she did this, but me personally, I just would have to put a little bit of bronzer through my crease just so it wasn't completely blank. And then she said in the bottom waterline she uses a creamy liner. This is really something that I never ever do. And for mascara, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Telescopic. And she says she uses lashes that go underneath the lash. Then she moves on to her base. She uses two primers. The first one is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Primer. And then the second one is this one from One Size. And then for foundation, she's using House Labs. I don't actually have that foundation. I need to get it. So instead, I'm going to use one of my favourite foundations, which is the NARS Light Reflective. She applies this all over the face with a flat brush. Then she goes and buffs it out with a bigger brush. Then she starts to go in with her cream products. So she starts with her cream bronzer. She goes in with a baby pink blush. And after the really light baby pink shade, she says she uses a slightly darker pink just on the cheeks. When she now goes in and contours her nose, she uses two concealers. She goes in with a colour corrector to start. And then once that's blended out, she goes in with her normal concealer. Then goes in and sets her makeup. So she uses the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. Sorry. Which really is one of the most airbrushing, flawless powders you'll ever use in your life. And after that, she goes in with her powder bronzer. Then she goes in with her powder blush. This makeup is starting to look really good. Okay, then I found this bit really interesting. She says she spot bakes. Yeah. She uses the One Size powder, which again I've got. She literally puts it on the palm of her hand and takes a brush and just spot bakes like that. She says this makes it look less dry, which is definitely something I will be doing in the future if this works, because I've got quite dry skin. And then she says she just goes back in and touches up her under eye. This bit I'm really sad about because she goes in with the Dior highlighting palette, which I really want, but I don't have it. I'm just going to use this Milani baked blush because it's got a little bit of glow to it. Then for the proper glow, I'm going to go in with this Benefit highlighter. This is in the shade Luna. And I'm going to use this on my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, just to really bring that pop of highlight back. And then she says this is when she fills in her moles. Now I want to put mine exactly where hers are. Then she says she just goes back and touches up her eyebrows. Okay, now just for finishing touches, she puts the mascara on her bottom lashes. And finally she goes in with her lip combo. She says this is the most important part, starting with this One Size lip liner in Pink Remix. And then she uses MAC in Flesh Pot. I don't have Flesh Pot, which is crazy because I used to work for MAC and I've got so many MAC lipsticks. I do have Honey Love. And she just goes over with a pinky gloss. So I'm going to use this one from Rimmel. She uses two setting sprays. The first one is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, and then the second one is the One Size Until Dawn setting spray. Dare I say, one of my favourite makeup looks I've done in a very long time.